Alright, what I'm going to make today is Tocino, which is like a Chinese roast pork. Filipinos eat it for breakfast. And basically, I'm going to use the same marinade for the Tocino as I do for the roast pork. And basically what we've got here, we've got some hoisin sauce. Okay. And we've got soy sauce. We've got ketchup. I've got some rice wine, cooking wine, and I've got some Chinese 5-spice. Now, my special ingredient for this, there it is, 7-Up. You can use 7-Up or you can use Sprite. Just add it to the mixture. It helps tenderize the meat and gives it a little bit better flavor. Okay, so what we're going to do, we're going to add a half a cup of tomato ketchup. We're going to add about 6 tablespoons of the hoisin sauce. We're going to add a quarter of a cup of the rice wine. We're going to add a teaspoon of Chinese 5-spice. And then we're going to add about a half a bottle of 7-Up or Sprite, whichever one you're using. So we'll mix that up now. Okay, now I've got that mixed up. Now, the soy sauce is going to be added now after I've mixed up the main ingredients there. Depending upon how much flavoring you like in soy. Okay, I've just put about 2 splashes in here. I'm not being very scientific about it. It'll be about 1/8 of a cup in there. I don't want to get too much salt in it, and soy sauce has a lot of salt in it. Okay, now like I said, we've done that. Now that's all pretty well mixed in. And I'm going to add about a half a bottle of this 7-Up to it. Okay. Let me mix that up really well. Okay, there's your marinade. Now to make your Tocino, I usually use pork loin, but you can use something like this, which are pork steaks. These are cut from the shoulder. What you ought to do is put these in the freezer for a little while until they just start to harden up so you can slice them. Now if you're going to make Tocino, you want to slice them about 1/4 inch thick. That's about 6 millimeters. Okay. Again, I usually use a loin of pork. It's a lot easier than trying to split these in half. But these were on sale, so by all means, use them if you've got them. And once you've got these split, you'll just put them in the marinade. You'll leave them in the marinade, preferably overnight. If you're going to make Tocino, it's usually made for breakfast. So leave it in the marinade overnight, and then the next day when you start to cook, I usually start some water boiling in the pan, and I put the Tocino into that. Once the water has basically started cooking down the pork, and the water is just about to evaporate, and I'll add some oil to the pan itself and let the Tocino fry up. Now it'll start to get dark and black. That's the sugars from the 7-Up and stuff in it that's making it blacken up. But that's fine. That's what you want. It'll get sticky, and that's what makes the Tocino taste really good. Just keep moving your Tocino around in the pan until you get all the good black stuff on it, and then serve it with rice and eggs. And that's a typical Filipino breakfast. I'll show you some more of that in a while. Okay, I've put the Tocino in the wok here, and I've added water to it. And the water started boiling down, and I've put some oil in with it. And you notice around the edges of the pan, you see all this where the sugar is caramelized. I tend to just rub the meat in that part of it. And it gets a nice caramelized coating on the meat. And you just judge yourself. The meat will be done pretty much any time. And if you can, use a non-stick cookware when you're frying up your tocino, because it's really hard to clean this browned up sugars off the pans afterwards. You have to use steel wool or something to get it off. Alright, this is a tocino that you end up with. So you can always use the same marinade for Chinese roast pork if you want to make some Chinese roast pork with it. Just leave off the 7-Up out of it and baste your meat with the sauce while you're cooking it. Okay, and there's your plate of tocino, all ready to serve. As always, thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoy. And by the way, I'm also going to post this recipe on my website under the recipe section on the left-hand side of the page, as well as telling you how to do it while you're cooking it. And here's our tocino with eggs and fried rice for a Filipino breakfast.